Greetings, everybody. Richard Aeon here again today, and as you can see, we got a plethora of skates here on the table. I wanted to just do a short video. It might be a little long on my favorite flat setup because I've been testing out a lot of skates recently because I had a backlog since my motorcycle accident, and now that I'm pretty much on the road to full recovery, um, I've been going to the skate park consistently on the weekend, Sunday mornings. So I have some thoughts to follow up on previous videos and some other thoughts to share about what my favorite flat setup is. It might surprise you, it might not. So let's get started with let's go with the USD Aeon Basic. Get some of these out the way first. Here we go, the USD Aeon Basic, the entry-level Aeon skate. This skate is very light, responsive. It's really fun to skate this skate. This skate is probably gonna be one of my most used skates at the skate park because I don't mind it getting scuffed up and bashed up. It's it's not as pretty as say the Adapt or my Michel Prado skate or the Frankie Morales one. So these skates, I don't mind. These skates will probably get a lot of use at the skate park. Right now I'm running on the dead wheels. I believe these are 58, I want to say off the top of my head. It's a good flat setup. It's great. It slides well for my, my Royale trick and my Macchio. That's really the only grinds I know how to do. I'm not really a grinder blader. I prefer just skating transitions. But this skate does that well too. So that's this one. The only thing it doesn't do too great, the plastic for the sole plate and the frame, it doesn't glide as well as I would like. Like if I really wax the ledge, really I put a copious amount of wax on it, yeah, this thing will slide like nothing. It'll slide really nice. But it's okay. But it's not my favorite flat setup, but it's an okay setup. It's probably a setup that's gonna be used the most. So now, with that said, let's just break out the solo frames here. Where are we? There we are. The solo frames. We're probably a little blown out on camera. Sorry about that, guys. This thing is shining. It's shining. It's white. The lights are hitting it, and it's blowing it out. The solo frames now. I spoke about these before. These frames are similar to the previous frames I spoke about. The Aeon frames. These frames, they slide well. On like, I would say they slide pretty well on the usual curb that I do my tricks on. The ledge actually, which has a a metal, it's a metal ledge. It did well with this plastic H block in. I was really surprised by that. I thought it would be similar to how I'd have to put a lot more wax, but I waxed it. But the rest, like the sole tricks, were just smooth as ever on this. And yeah, it's aluminum, so it sounds nice when you lock on and you hear that ding. It sounds really nice. It sounds cool. That crunch of the aluminum. It sounds nice. As you can see, I do no negative tricks, so inside's pretty pristine. So yeah, they roll great. They're pretty responsive. They're good. They're good frames. They're good. It's a good setup, good flat setup, good traditional flat setup. I have no problem with these at all. Let's break out the old favorites. Now these are, you guys know the Wish frame. This is the Wish frame. It's on 72s and 60s. And this was a new frame I had bought not too long ago. My last one, I kind of it got really beat up. I used them a lot, but I was using those a lot like skating on the before I got my my three wheels. I was using them on the street to get around on this boot, and so they got really abused. So I just decided to buy another pair for this skate because this skate is the Rollerblade Trooper Solo Trooper, and it actually has the channel in, so I didn't have to do any sole plate modification. I just was able to slap it on the skate, and really it was it causes no trouble. Yeah, see, because this really isn't the best surface to be rolling on, but it causes absolutely no trouble this skate without having to, there's no need to Dremel it, so it's perfect for the wish frame. But that's the drawback of the wish frame. If you don't have a solo boot, um, and you don't want to Dremel out your sole plate, you're kind of stuck. And that's something I wish like boot manufacturers would do more. Maybe partner with like Wish to develop a skate that like works with the Wish frame out the box without the need for a Dremel. Like this skate just happened to have a channel already kind of built in, so it didn't need to have a Dremel. But I would like to see more of the actual manufacturers partner with the frame companies and work together. Let's get this thing going, because it would be really great to use the Wish frame on other boots without having to Dremel it. So that's really my drawback of the Wish frame. Great setup, great for riding transitions. It's a lot of fun. It's the Wish frame. It's awesome. So, but it's not my favorite flat setup. Now here we come again now to the Kaiser Element 2.0. This setup, I have to say, for use at the skate park. If I did vert when I was younger. When I was 15, that was 1995. I did vert, and that's really my type of skating. I don't care for grinding down rails. I'll jump a couple gaps here and there, but like vert, that was my thing, and it kind of still is my thing. But unfortunately, there's no vert ramp near where I live, so I'm just stuck at skate parks riding transitions, which is great. And it's something that this frame is absolutely great for. This frame is great for pumping the bowl, same like the Solar frame. But and also same like the Wish frame is great for use in a bowl. But this frame, I don't know what it is. Maybe it's about the same length as the Wish frame. I don't know what it is about this Kaiser Element frame, but it feels really great underfoot. Maybe, you know what it might be, honestly? I'm using the Ground Control 72, and these are God's Frankie Morales 68 bullet profile with the Eugen Einen 60 millimeter rounded profile. I wonder if that is why I enjoyed these more than the Wish the last time I skated them. It might be the wheels. Maybe I'll try a bulleted 72 in the Wish frames and see how they do. Yes, stay tuned for that. I'll do a follow-up. But this skate, it's probably gonna be my most used setup, but it's not my favorite flat setup. My favorite flat setup is right here. It is the Russel Day Stealth Skate with the symmetric sole. Obviously, I bought it from Adapt, so it comes with the symmetric sole plate and the symmetric frame. This is actually the version 1 of the frame. I had bought these prior to buying the Adapt skates. I had used these initially on my Eugen Einen carbon-free boot, which is still my favorite pro skate model because it's mesh and it keeps your feet cool while you skate. It's kind of nice. Built-in air conditioning on that skate. That's my favorite boot. But let's talk about this for a minute. With the Adapt skate, it's light. It's carbon. I've skated this a few times. You can see the wear isn't so bad on them. It gets a few scuffs here and there. I don't really fall that much because I'm not, as I said, I'm not really doing crazy grinds. I'm riding transitions, riding bowls, and that's really what I do. But when I do my couple of my Royale and my Macchio trick, the only thing I know how to do, these things, the material they're made of, it's kind of similar to the God's UMHV material, but I'm not really sure about the exact material it is. It's similar to UMHV. It says on the Adapt site, but it's not. These things together, the sole plate and the frame, they slide. They are so smooth. It's like butter. You put a little wax on your ledge, on your curb, and these things will just shoot. It's like butter, man. It's so smooth, and I'm really I'm really a lot of loss for words because I'm remembering what it felt like to actually do my two tricks with these, and they just slide so well. It's so smooth with this material frame and sole plate. And for that reason, because it can also, you can go and you can carve your bowls, flat set up, you can carve your bowl out, and Ride transitions pretty well, like I know, like I do. But yeah, when you jump on that ledge, and especially if you like grinding, I think this is the setup for you because this is definitely my favorite setup. The symmetrics. So I'm sure you could probably use any boot, but with the symmetric sole plate and the frame together is amazing. Definitely worth the money. If you have the money and you can afford the symmetrics frame, go with that first, and maybe a few months later, pick up the sole plates and then strap them on your favorite boot and just go for it. Because, yeah, it will mount similar to any UFS. I think you just go through the center as well. I haven't taken the sole frames off this boot, but similar to the guard skate, I'm sure there's just two mounting screws. You just go straight through, like where the frame connects to the boot on any skate. So yeah, and you can actually fit up to I think 64 on these because as you can see, there's kind of a nice channel here for the wheels. So these skates that will get a bit more use from me, but they're just so pretty, man. I mean, I don't fall much to the skate park, so I'm not really worried about scuffing them up too much because as I said, I don't really do crazy things. I like crazy things to me is like some of the tricks I see other people do. I don't do any of that stuff like down rails and things like that. So I don't really fall that much doing my Royale. I might slip out doing my Royale and Machio, but that's really, I don't really go crashing. And and when I do my transition, sometimes I slide down the side of a bowl. But that's really about it. That's why I really don't get too much scuff marks on it. As the other boot actually has a bit more than this one. That's my other foot. That's my main foot. So that's my left foot, I mean. So that's it. So yeah, so this, my friends, this is my favorite flat setup. The symmetrics frame with the symmetric sole plate on the adapt boot. But I'm sure if you can't afford an adapt boot, definitely go with the sole frame, the sole plate, the sole plate, and the frame. You'll have a blast on this. It's really smooth. I say go with, if you don't like riding flat, give it a try with these frames. Don't try. You might try the solo frames. You'll really enjoy trying the solo frames if you don't skate flat. But definitely try it with the symmetrics frames. If you're on the fence about going flat, like when I was young and I was skating, that's all there was flat setup. I mean, towards like maybe getting closer to 2000. Like when I started skating at the skate park, it was 1995 was the first time I went to a skate park. I was 15, and yeah, it was just I had my Rollerblade Deluxe, and or the version before the Deluxe. It was before the Deluxe because the Deluxe came about '97, so it was before that one, and I mean all we had was flat setup. So that's how I learned to like skate a half pipe with flat, do my couple grind tricks that I know how to do flat. So to me personally, skating anti-rocker is just it's not for me. I do not like it because I don't have the maneuverability. When I'm ready to drop in like a bowl, I like to feel the the front two wheels click over onto the coping, and then I just take it on in. But with like anti-rocker, I'm like, where the heck is the second wheel? I personally could never get used to anti-rocker. I prefer flat setups. That's me. And I'm just trying to share, like, if you are also, maybe you want to try flat setup, I say go for it because it's really as they were kind of, meant to be. To me, anti-rocker's kind of, I don't want to say cheating, but but it takes a lot of the fun away, I think. The maneuverability is gone. Like if you just do lines and you set yourself up with your line and you jump up and you grind, that's perfect. Anti-rocker is perfect for you, but I like to ride transitions and stuff, and sometimes with anti-rocker, I don't feel I'm as maneuverable as with four wheels, so I prefer flat setup personally. And this is my favorite flat setup, followed number 2 by the Element 2.0, because I think I just enjoy the bulleted setup of them. The high-low setup is really like the wish frame, but unlike the wish frame, you can pretty much fit this frame onto any boot because there's no need to Dremel a channel into your sole frame. So if you don't have a Dremel or you don't want to use a Dremel to do that, you don't have to worry about it with the Element 2.0 as you would with the wish frames. And then I would have to say my next one is the Solar frames. because they're just great to when you get it when you grind on. They're just great. I really want to try it with the aluminum block in the center when those become available, just to see. Maybe I'll enjoy it. I enjoy them now, but maybe I enjoy it more with an aluminum block just to complete the full aluminum setup. Because maybe that's why I enjoyed that. Because when I jumped up on the curb, you can see it's kind of scuffed up here. It was like clank. It was loud. It was loud. There was like two skateboarders at the park this morning early when I go, and they were like, "What the heck is that, man?" They had to come over and see what I was doing. They couldn't believe it. But yeah. So I say if you can, if you're like me and you like riding transitions, you're not a big grinder. Even if you are, look at this. Look at this gap here. I say go with you can go with these two as your flat setup, but definitely if you want the best setup with the best sliding for grinding and the best just the best feel when you grind, definitely go with the Symmetrics frame and plate setup because it's unrivaled. It's similar to the I'm about to lose a skate back here. It's similar to the Gauds UMHV setup, but I don't know if there's any other frame similar to the same material other than as the Symmetrics frame on the market. I'm not sure if there is another frame. Let me know. I would really like to know. I'd like to try it out. Let you guys know how it stacks up. But yeah, this is definitely the Adapt setup, the Russell Day Adapt Stealth setup with the symmetric plate, sole plate, and frames is mwah. It's beautiful, guys. It slides so well. And it's very maneuverable, and it's light, which is also a plus when you're comparing to the Kaiser here. It's a bit heavier. Obviously, it's aluminum. Than the plastic of the excuse me, than the plastic of the Symmetrics frame. But I think either setup, if you want to try I say go for either one of these two, because you won't have to worry about dremeling with the Kaiser element frame, and with this, the sole plate and the frame setup from Symmetrics on I think any skate, it's gonna be smooth as butter, guys. You're gonna really be surprised if you haven't tried them. Definitely go out, order yourself a pair if you can afford them. Maybe break it up into two. Maybe get the frames first, and then the plate second, or the plate first and the frame second. Budget it out and definitely get yourself a pair if you. And I think you'll agree with me on that one. So that's really what I wanted to say. But then again, skates is skates, man. Get whatever you got is probably the best skate in the world. So don't be too caught up on like, oh, I need to get this product or that product. I'm just showing you what I found to be my favorite product. So, like I said, you know how I end these videos, guys. Just keep it positive, keep moving it towards your goal, and with enough trials and tribulations, hopefully you'll make your goals come true. And I just wish the best for you all. If you like what you see, subscribe. It might be a while before my next skate video because I'm going to start working on some other projects away from this channel. But I will answer questions in the comments. So if you have questions, be sure to post them in the comments, and I will answer them. But and I'll try and make a few videos, but it's probably not gonna be for for a little bit of time while I work on some other stuff. I'm still gonna consistently go to the skate park in the Sunday mornings. Excuse me, Sunday mornings, and just try out these skates. Keep skating, man. I'm enjoying it a lot since coming back to it. And well, that's me. This is me, Rich Olivon, and peace.